Usher, you know that he is being sued by 4 people who claim that he exposed them, allegedly exposed them, to genital herpes. He has not spoken about that specific claim. However, we are being told by people connected to Usher that he will not settle these cases. That is an indication that he is willing to fight the fight and that he doesn't want to pay. He doesn't want to even insinuate that he's done what they say that
But the question is, what fight is he fighting?
Well, I don't know the answer to that. That's a good question.
That's the question everybody wants to know. Is he fighting the fact that he ever slept with these people, or is he fighting the fact that he did not expose them to?
Well, you know, Raquel's got sources that say that the woman who actually spoke at the news conference with Lisa Bloom, that they are adamant that he never slept with her. She says otherwise, but it's unclear what you're saying. I mean, it's a really good point. There are three women and a guy that are suing. And we don't know whether the I'm not settling has to do with I never slept with you at all, or if I did sleep with you, I didn't give you genital herpes or expose you to it.
And him also not settling with any of them actually speaks to the fact that maybe he doesn't have that, because he would have settled, there's chances are he might have with one of them. All 4 of them are lying? Like,
but if you don't know who the other people
are... Well, no,
Kelly.
That's what I'm saying. If he would settle with some of them, because you got to think that at least
I'm not saying they did lie, but do you not think... In fact, I am shocked that only 4 people are suing, because a lot of times, even if 2 or 3 people have a legitimate complaint, 10 others jump on the gravy train.
But you know what? Don't you think that there's something with the stigma of having genital herpes?
No, because
you don't want your name, you don't want to Google search your name and it constantly come up with genital herpes.
But guess what? Like the woman who spoke at the press conference?
Oh, I don't have it, but nobody cares because I know,
yeah.
She says she is, but I'm telling you, there's such a stigma behind that particular disease.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question. If you could get $5 million, but your name gets attached to that, Kelly.
No. Because it's, and you know what, I feel bad.
Kelly,
you know
Kelly,
what,
a lot of people would say
I don't like this road though, because a lot of people have it, and I'm making it seem like I wouldn't even take $5 million.
Well, no, but
it's not that big of a deal. It's just.
I agree with you.
There's a stigma.
I agree, but I'm just saying that money talks in a lot of these situations. They just do.
I mean, the girl though, also you have to remember, days before was talking about she needed money, so therefore anything would be relevant for her. Like, oh, I went to a concert. Let me just say I banged Usher. So clearly the woman had motives.
My name is Geisha, and I'm from Miami, Florida. In my opinion on the whole ordeal, I mean, I know a lot of people say Usher has a certain type, like athletic build that he deals with, but at the same time, you never know what a man deals with, you know, at the nighttime. It's a lot of secrets going on at night behind 4 walls. But I do believe the girl at the press conference, Fantasia, she's an opportunist. Because when you read the post that she put up, she was talking about how she's going to be in money soon, how she's going to be in money soon, and she's broke, she needs money right now. So I think she's a fraud.
Make sure to subscribe to TMZ Live to keep up to date on the latest entertainment news.
And if you want to keep watching, click on one of these videos right now.